What is new, friends? Okay, I'm gonna do just a quick kind of life update recap. Just for anyone that's interested, I am pausing this here um, to do at a later date because I'm almost out of data, or not data, out of storage. Alright, so where do I begin? Okay, well, we got a close school to accept the exchange students. So we got to host this year, and we are hosting next year. We are already talking to our girls that we picked, and one is more talkative than the other. The one wants to get to know us and make connections, and I'm excited for that. The other one doesn't really seem to care. I guess we'll figure it out when she gets here. We have a girl from Spain and a girl from Italy. I always have to have my Spain kiddos because I love my Spain kiddos. All right, that was a mouthful. We are going through a huge life change. So, my husband is graduating with his master's degree in social work, and that will be in August. And he cannot put in for early retirement till the end of August. So, we're looking at a job change in September. He cannot work where his internship is because that's my job and where I work, and they said that legally they can't have a couple working on the same payroll. They were okay with it because he was interning for free, and I get paid to do my job there. Unfortunately, he can't come on because of that. So it's not like they can be like, hey, you're fired so you can hire your husband. Like, no, that's not how that's gonna work. He has an easier exam, so he thinks he'll pass it. He's getting the practice questions right, which is better than me. Still a failure at that. Anyway, he is hoping to be able to get that to where he can start working in the field of social work. And his ultimate goal, I think, is private practice because that's kind of where it's at. I don't know what he's going to do while he's still, in this process where he has to be supervised, where he has to work somewhere. I think he's talking about working at the other mental hospital. I think we have connections there. He can also work in the hospital system, not necessarily in the mental part, but there are social workers on every single floor of the hospital, which is where he did his first internship. And we have a client / friend who can get him into that. So we have connections. There is a lot to consider because this is a huge change. This is not going to be a pay increase. This is going to be the same pay or a little bit less. The difference is that his mental health is more important than his paycheck. And that is what we are prioritizing. That is what we're focused on. I'm scared. He's scared. I'm scared of how this is going to look with the budgeting. He's scared on how this is going to work at all. And we're kind of caught in that adjustment phase. And like any adjustment phase, it's going to take a while to work through. And that's where we're at. It's scary. Change is scary. And it's ironic because it's like you get comfortable in the things that make you uncomfortable. And doing what you want to do, the change can be uncomfortable. So it's getting there. It's just plowing through it, y'all. Plowing through it. It's, what else is new? I've given up pretty much my business. I am focusing on my job and focusing on, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just focusing on my job. It's consistent. It's the income that I need. I am still pet sitting for my regulars. I'm not taking on new clients. I've dropped a lot of people. yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where I'm at. I'm just focusing on my career this time. We have changed since Spain in so many ways. Politically, if you knew me then, you do not know me now, is all I have to say to people that used to be friends with me 2 years ago. If you thought you knew me then, you don't know me now. Even a year ago, you don't know me. I have changed so much in how I think, how I process things, just based on my experience in Spain. I prioritize my mental health, myself, before work. And that is something I never did before because it was always ingrained in me. Work. No, work can wait. I prioritize me. That's it. I set boundaries. People don't like when you set boundaries, but I set boundaries. If you don't like it, bye. There's the door. People will come and go. That's the lesson that I've learned. And you can't keep people here. So why try to please them? I don't know. I was effed in the brain. I've made new friends. They didn't come instantly, but they came from me getting out of my comfort zone and doing something different. Using books to cope has gotten me to be more social, to where I found those friends. That toxic job that I left that you heard all about, I made a friend from that who went through the same thing I did, and we've been friends for over a year now, and we are going on a double date next month. The people that we volunteer for at Christmas and Halloween for their home displays that go all out, we have been triple dating with the husband and wife and their son and his fiance. And it's been really fun and really cool. We're making friends with neighbors. Like, we just made friends with a lady who just moved in from Colorado. And we've got so much in common. I've made book friends that want to invite me to book events. We're doing the Bryn Weaver book signing. And I'm so excited because I've never had anyone genuinely invite me somewhere. And I've always thought it's because of my weight, because of what the girl in New Mexico did to me and how she treated me. And to not be looked at and judged on because of that has been really nice. It's been positive. It's been a lot of changes. It's been monumental, to say the least. I became obsessed with books and reading, and now I need to become obsessed back with my budgeting. I have not done my taxes. I keep putting that MFR off. Hi, I'm the problem over here. But yeah, those are the life updates. I'm going to try to get back to posting. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be consistent. I'm not going to promise there's going to be a series because it's just not going to happen because I'm not getting paid every week anymore. But, excuse me, I will do my best to be more transparent and to do stuff when I have it instead of letting it sit here for 6 months. That is what I promise. So, if you like the raw and authentic me, please show me some love. Please give me a like and a follow. Bye, friends.